What's good, y'all? It's your big homie, Big Daddy, man. Real quick, man. I wanted to make a little quick video on about how to stop smoking, man. I say this because I ain't smoked in like probably about almost 3 months, going on 3 months, right? And I will say this: I've been smoking since I was 8 years old. Okay, I've been smoking my whole life, just about. I'm 36 years old, about to be 37 in a few days. And happy early birthday to me, and happy early birthday to Chum, my brother H Paperman. I love you, even though your ass don't call me. I love you, I love you, I love you, even though your ass don't call me. I keep sending down call me messages to tell motherfuckers to tell you to call me. And your ass don't call me, so hey, it ain't my fault. I don't know your number and all that. It ain't my fault, bro. And if you don't want a relationship with me, that's not my fault either. I've been loving you since the day we was born. Anyway, if you want to get off of anything, any drug, I'm gonna tell you what it's gonna take. For one, it's gonna take some willpower, and for two, the most important thing it's gonna take, well, it's gonna take willpower. It's gonna take God. Three things: willpower, God, and it's gonna take the most important thing, love. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't love yourself or value yourself enough to let something go that you were not born with and you do not need to live, it's never going to happen. I know people who are on probation. I know young people, brothers who are on probation and they still smoking herb or whatever they do, doing whatever they do, and they can't give it up. And they facing jail time if they get caught doing it, and they still doing it. So it takes the value of yourself, willpower, and love, man, and God. If you don't love yourself, like I said, if you don't love yourself enough, you will not have the strength. Or if you don't love some things enough, like me, um, I'm doing this. I started out doing it for my children. You know what I'm saying? Because I was put in a little situation, and then I got to start smoking for my babies. You know what I'm saying? I love them so much that there's nothing on this world, on this planet, that I won't do for them. There's nothing that I won't do to be with my family and protect my family and provide for my family. There's nothing on this planet that I won't do. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean bad things. I'm talking about good things, sacrifices, whatever it takes. I'm going to do it because I've been doing it for years. I sacrificed everything to um, be with them for the time, for their whole lives and shit like that. And the parent's job is never done. There's too many of y'all parents out here who think my child is 18, my child is grown, they don't need me no more. That's bullshit. A parent's job is never done. A mother's job is never done. A father's job is never done. It ain't over until they die or until your ass dies. Because when your child gets older, they need guidance into adulthood. They need wisdom into adulthood. They need wisdom and guidance into parenthood. And the thing is, majority of y'all were just winging it. Majority of the parents out here were just winging it, and they don't understand even what it took for them to do it. So they have no guidance or no motivational words for their children. So, I understand that we come from a broken generation of people who are just winging it and trying to figure it out as they go. I understand that. But at a certain point in time in your life, you should have grasped the ball, and you should understand what you need to be doing. And you should, but I know you got them old ass 50-year-old unks out here who still trying to be young. I know you got them old ass 50-some, 40-some year old aunties out here who still trying to be cute and be accepted and keep up with their daughters and keep up with their nieces and all that. Sit your old ass down somewhere. It's time for the new generation. It's time for the next generation. Shit, majority of y'all are almost on your way out of this earth anyway, and you've done not enough, in my opinion, you've done not enough to feel comfortable when you die. You know, majority of y'all are not even going to leave y'all's children no money, no funds, no nothing. So how could you even sit here and act like you know it all and you got it all and you good when you ain't even got shit to leave your children? You know what I'm saying? Um, it's just simple insanity, man. And I pray for our people, man. I pray for all the people of Earth, because in these trying times that we're coming into and that we're living in, we need prayer. We need positivity. We need motivation. We don't need pacification. We don't need it anymore. The world's pacified enough. You know what I'm saying? It's enough McDonald's on every corner. It's enough Taco Bells and Burger Kings on every corner to where you don't even have to wake up and crop and grow your food to survive anymore. Our ancestors, the generations right before your mama's generation, had to prepare and plan their food. They had to harvest and work hard to harvest and even just have enough to eat. So y'all think because you got these fucking pacification restaurants everywhere and these pacifying grocery stores everywhere that you're all comfortable and straight. And you think because you're in a house with air conditioner and running water that you're straight. It's millions of people on this earth who still have to go out and walk to the wells and walk to the lakes to get their daily water. There's plenty of people who still have to take baths in the creeks and in the rivers and in the lakes of their towns. And I'm not talking about homeless poor people here in America. I'm talking about countries all around the world that are living naturally and normally and still living off the land. It's still people who grow their own fruit. It's still people who grow their own shit, who harvest their own shit and work hard and have to wait months and work hard for months to even get something to eat. While y'all sitting around thinking because your fat ass can go to McDonald's, you're straight and everything's all good. It's a pacification that's pacified you into a state of illness. And I'm not here to judge or talk shit about people. I'm just in reality about the current state of our country and our world. It's not as good as you think it is. We need to learn how to deal with our problems instead of running away from them. And the only way to do that is to be aware, self-awareness, awareness of the conditions of your brother, your sister, your mother, your father. You have to be aware, because if you don't pay attention to what happened to you in your past, you're never going to understand where you're going to be at in your future. And this goes for a lot of people. You know, a lot of things that happened to you in your past, you still haven't even gotten over it. And therefore, you can't progress into your adult life. So it's just very sad. Like I'm saying, it's very sad that as parents, as grandparents, as brothers, as sisters, we don't help and guide each other. Help to guide each other. We just sit by idly and watch each other fall off and fall apart. Instead of saying, hey man, come on to the gym with me. Hey, don't eat that. Hey, you need to get away from that person. They're no good for you. Don't you see that ever since you've been with them, you've had these issues? Don't you see that this and that's going on? That's what we have to do. We have to each one, teach one, pull ourselves to the side and speak truth and life into each other. But it's too many of y'all who are living in this comfortable, blissful lifestyle, and you're never going to be in reality because it's too uncomfortable. And it's very sad, man. I pray for y'all. I pray for all of us. I pray for the children that's on this earth. And I pray for the unborn children who's coming into this earth. Because it could be a beautiful place if we all pitched in and did our part. But everybody wants to be all by yourself and all like you're the only one. And we're not the only ones. I reach out to people all the time. They don't want to either hear the message or they just can't fathom where I'm coming from. Because I'm speaking and thinking in a position of everybody. I'm not thinking just only for myself. I got 3 children. There is no think for yourself. There's think for the greater good. You got to think for the greater all. Think for us. And think for we. Because we're all in this shit together. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. It's your big homie, Big Betty, man. And this is the Real Talk Podcast. Real Talk, Real Shit Podcast. Do your part and do better.